Hi, my name is James York, and I'm the Director of U.S. Business and Innovation for Enterprise Estonia, which is the country's trade and investment promotion agency representing the business environment of Estonia. I normally work from the offices of the Consulate General of Estonia in New York and help to serve as a bridge and a connection between our two markets, and it's really a mission and a role that I'm extremely passionate about. For those who don't know, Estonia has actually been the poster child for innovation and agile solutions that help make the world just a little bit smaller and more connected for many years at this point. And as one of the world's leaders in digital governance and a success story on how an e-society can function smoothly and conveniently for its citizens, and in our case also e-residents, of which I am one, this tiny Nordic nation found that it was really well prepared for the crisis. Schools, many workplaces, and government services were able to largely continue uninterrupted when the pandemic hit and the lockdowns began. Now, that's not to say that the pandemic hasn't been a hit to the country and its economy, just like everywhere, but rather to say that the spirit of Estonian innovation and the can-do attitude of the business community and entrepreneurs within this ecosystem have responded in typical startup fashion, leveraging all the vigor and ingenuity that comes with that mindset that so much defines this country. Now, for us at the consulate in New York, life definitely changed dramatically when the pandemic hit, just as it did for all of our friends, colleagues, and neighbors in the city and around the world. I happen to live in Brooklyn, and I was self-isolating for nearly 3 months before now returning to Estonia to work from here for the next few months. And being back, I have to say it's amazing to see that life has miraculously mostly returned to normal here. And the hope is that if a second wave does come, it won't be as severe as the first. Now, from the perspective of working with my Estonian clients, not much really changed during the pandemic. Inquiries had still been coming in, market info and contacts were still shared, and consultations about U.S. market entry continued as normal, all remotely. But on the New York side of the equation, the lockdowns and business closures definitely have been very difficult. As so much of our work is about building and fostering a local network and growing the relationships with our partners on the ground, just like the EACCNY. Now, looking towards Estonia and its collective response to the crisis, there have been a number of really inspiring responses that have successfully exported a new form of virtual access to the country and its businesses to help mitigate the effects of the former and still current travel restrictions. For example, my colleagues at the Estonian Investment Agency, which is a part of Enterprise Estonia, orchestrated an online startup demo day to help introduce some of our unicorns and most promising unicorn hatchlings to a global audience of investors. And initially the hope was to gather just a few hundred participants, but the event proved to be a huge success and gathered more than 3,000 people and helped facilitate follow-on conversations directly between the teams and those looking to deploy capital or seek services. So it was really a big win on all sides for everybody involved. Another example, in August, the country's flagship startup and tech event, Latitude 59, will be having its first hybrid format conference, bringing together about 500 people in person, which is currently the limit for public gatherings here in Estonia in light of social distancing, along with thousands of virtual attendees from across the globe. I myself am even beginning to work with our various partner organizations and am looking to organize the country's first virtual trade mission before the year is out. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Visit Estonia have also adapted to this new format, and through the use of technology, Estonia is making real strides in helping to redefine what our new normal will look like when it comes to cross-border collaboration and networking. It's also been amazing to see the first Hack the Crisis and Global Hack hackathons starting right here in Tallinn, from concept to worldwide launch happening in just the first few days of lockdowns being implemented. The initiatives brought together entrepreneurs, engineers, and developers from around the world, all putting their minds towards finding new solutions, both for the immediate needs of the crisis and the needs of life in our new reality of a post-COVID world, including the development of things like a solar-powered UV lamp disinfecting unit that can be deployed anywhere in the world, and a platform specifically meant to help address the mental and emotional strains that we've all been feeling since this began. It's really remarkable to see how smooth the transition has been here from life as we knew it to life as we know it now, and I truly believe that so much of it is the result of Estonia's forward thinking and openness to try and experiment with new tools and solutions. And to be honest, there's really so much that's been happening here over the last few months, both in terms of the response to the crisis and digital life overall, and that for me it's really inspiring to see. Especially firsthand now that I'm back and working from here. I'd actually like to invite any of my fellow EACC New York members to get in touch with me if they'd like to learn in more depth about the country and how it's proven to be a model for the continuity of a functioning society, which can help many other places to be better prepared and more resilient in the coming months and beyond. But ultimately, what I personally hope we'll all take away from this time, speaking as an American with an Estonian family, is I hope that we all come away with it with a greater sense of shared experience and purpose, with more empathy and compassion, not just in our business, but in all of our relationships. Thank you so much.